the shop. Have a little 750 little project for a customer to get this done. I've already replaced the fuel injector, and I went ahead and I got the old spark plugs out. I had swapped the old spark plugs because we had a cylinder number 7 misfire, and I had some injectors. I went ahead and swapped out cylinder number 7 injector because there was a cutout fault, and now I'm gonna go ahead and replace all the spark plugs and go over the injector and how to replace it and all of that shebang bang. All right, thank you for tuning in. Let me go ahead, let's get started. All right, first and foremost, this is the BMW N63 engine. So now with this N63 engine, you'll notice that there's the 2 turbos right here in the center. So to get to the actual top of the valve covers, you have to remove the air boxes, which is 1 and 2. And the cylinder locations are 1 through 4 on that side and 5 through 8 on this side. All right, so let me go ahead and start that. We're gonna need a flathead to unscrew these 2 screws right here on this side and the other side, and we're gonna disconnect the mass airflow sensor connector. I was already in here already because I replaced the injector, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly where the location is at for that. Okay, so watch it. So now we unscrew these 2 flatheads right here so we can loosen the air duct. Now when we unloosen these right here, just slide the rubber down like that. There's a clip right here where you squeeze it down, and you should be able to slide this connector up just like that. Okay. Now, usually this line is in here. This connector is connected to your oxygen sensor, and you would move that out the way. You would unhook this little bracket piece here so you get the air box out, right? There's some tabs on the bottom that you have to unhook, so I would suggest not to be friendly. You know, don't be scared of it. Pop it out. All right, now when you get to this point here, it's gonna be a plastic air duct here. You wanna be careful not just rip it out and try to finesse this little plastic air duct off before removing the air box. Now usually you would do 1 bank at a time, right? So we would focus on this side, and we would get the other side done, all right? But for intensive purposes, I'm gonna just go ahead and knock out that side too at the same time. Now that you got the air ducts off, you want to remove these two cross member brackets here. All right. These are 16s, by the way. I usually just loosen the bottom here and swivel this right out the way. So you just swivel it, boop. Then take the bolt and put it back. Now while you're in there, you want to just double check the PCV tubes. Make sure they're not damaged. Because they have a lot of times they're damaged. Like this one here, the PCV tubes are damaged. This vehicle, that has to be replaced. Those are not loose. That PCV tube right here is definitely damaged, which is causing a lot of movement right there. That'll cause a nice little. Let's check this side. This side PCV is not bad. It's not damaged. It's not torn apart. All right, now that we got those out, so we're gonna take the purge hose off. Just gonna get that out the way. Avoid breaking it, you know. So now there's these little plastic air tubes here on the side. We want to get out. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna yank one a little bit forward, and we're gonna go all the way forward with it, as far forward as we can go. We're gonna tip it on the back end. Put this little hose out the way. Get that out of there. Now on the other side, it might not be as easy. It's like, it's probably easier. Just don't want to yank on this top piece right here. Because this little piece on the top, sometimes I've seen it come off before, the plastic tube. So let's say the tube won't come off. It's best to go get a long screwdriver, a really long screwdriver. And if you look, there's a little section right here where you'll be able to have access. You see that tube? Probably right up. See that? Now, you want to be careful with these two intake ducts. They're very delicate, all right? And after being, you know, the car starting and cooling down and starting to cool down, they're like peanut butter, but they go against the turbo there. And the turbo uses that to actually meter the air going in and out in the vehicle. So we can't disturb that little piece down there because it will crack and break. So you don't want that to break at all, because then you'll have a vacuum leak in there. It's no good. A little finesse. Okay, now that you got the air intake tubes off, my next step that I usually go to is to remove the actual coil packs and each individual coil pack on this one here. Let me go ahead and get y'all a little closer so you can see. Sorry. There goes where the individual coil packs are at. Let's zoom in on them. 1 second. Oh no! Kill the camera person. Okay, guys. We obviously see that my camera skills suck. But those are the coil packs. Now, a lot of people, they have a lot of fights with these things. But there's no need to fight the coil pack. They're fairly easy. The little tab right here, right? You just want to pop the little tab up. Not all the way. Don't go jamming it up. It's only plastic. It's not like, it's a little delicate piece of plastic. It's not like nothing where you got to just put a lot of force to it. You pop it up. Now you're in the first section of the pop-up. There's a little connector on the inside that this little tab is going to help push out. So you grab it on the two sides like this. You squeeze it and you pull it back. And that right there now is fully open. It actually helped push the connector out. So now the connector gets to slide right off. You see that? Now that the connector slid off, I'm going to take my little tool, screwdriver, whatever you want to call it, and then you're going to stick it right up in that hole there. Right? Now that I got it inside the hole, that's what she said, haha. But now that I got it inside the hole, I'm just going to take my index finger. I'm not taking my muscles, and all I'm doing, right, is I'm just giving it a jimmy. Boop. Pop right up. See? As soon as you hear that, we know it popped up. Now we got the coil pack up. There goes your coil pack. So now, we don't want to mix up all the cylinders, you know what I mean? So we want to just make sure we keep the coil pack that belongs to each cylinder inside the cylinder that respectively it came from. So now let's go ahead and get them all out of there. Number quattro. All right, now got the coil packs off. Usually you'll put a number on these things, like number 1, 2, 3, 4. But for intensive purposes here, I'm gonna line them up in the respective location that they're coming from. Now you want to just slightly inspect them to take a look to see if there's any like arc locations where you can see where it melted down a little bit. You can see if there's any damages on that at all, but then put them down respectively. So I know that's number 1. That's number 2. That's number 3. Oh shoot, lights out. Sorry about that. And that's number 4. All right. So now that we got all 4 coil packs out, BMW has a special socket. It's not your average socket, because this socket right here is actually the only socket that could actually, because look, it's skinny around the edges, so it could fit inside the diameter of this socket can fit inside the hole. And you notice that it's a 12 point or whatever point, or how many points, a lot of points. And that's the socket we gotta use. to get that, to get those spark plugs out. So now, respectively speaking, we got our handy dandy tool. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, to those that don't know. All right. If you notice that the spark plug is extra tight, don't just take all your muscles to it. Remember, in the production line, when they produce these vehicles, there's nobody using muscles to put the cars together. There's usually like an old lady or an old guy on the production line that's putting the tool on and put it on real easy. It's nice and so if it goes on easy, it should come off just fairly easy. Sometimes it gives you a little oomph, but if you gotta give it more than a little oomph, you gotta step back, you gotta recalibrate and take a look at the situation, because if you gotta use too much muscle, that means you're about to break something. Too much muscle means something's about to break. That's my little BMW secret for you guys out there. The key is not to use your muscles. The key is to use your brain. Work smarter, not harder. And you can work on any form. Because if it ain't form, it's boring. See that? There's a lot of movement in it that I don't like. I don't like that. I don't like that. And that PCV tube is broken. Let me show you guys the PCV. So now if you look down in here, you'll notice that there's a PCV tube. Oh, sorry. There's this line right here. Goes all the way down, but it's actually broken. See, look, hold on. It's broken in there. You can't see it, but it's broken. I know you can't see it. And y'all gotta trust me. That's pretty difficult. But trust me. It's broke. Broke into joke. It's broke. All right. Now that I've gotten those loose, I'm gonna bring out Care Bear. Come here, Care Bear. Here, buddy. Where is you? Where's the damn gun? There he is. I want you guys to meet Care Bear, the rigid. Now look, there's a setting on the top. You put it on 1. See that? Uno, if you guys don't understand what 1 means. And for French people, that means the softest level. So now I could stick this in there. I could just wind those out real quick. But remember, I loosened them with my hand first. I'm gonna take it out. You gotta inspect it. You gotta take a look at the plug, make sure. So now a lot of people, they focus on here on the plug, which is a good spot to focus on the plug, right? Which is that spot. You'll notice that if the plug is no good or whatnot. Wait, hold on, let me see if we can focus on that. So you'll notice if the plug is no good or let's focus on the plug. But this is the issue right here. Look, see that little brown around the plug? That's how you know your spark plug is not plugging and doing the spark plug. It ain't doing the plug dance if it got this little yellow ring around it. This little yellow ring means it's time to change the spark plug. A lot of technicians will argue with you or whatnot, but I think that's signs of the actual combustion chamber leaking in between the plug and going out the edges there, which that little brown mark is a clear indication that this plug is on his way. That doesn't mean it's fully bad, but it means it's on his way out the door. All right, so let's go ahead and get those guys all changed up. But the tip of that plug didn't look all that perfect either. You see that? A little brown. It's a little brown like me. Damn, spark plug is brown like me. That oh, no, I'm sorry. All right. Wow. Now take that out. Now, respectively speaking, we're gonna stick the plug back into the relative cylinder that it belongs to. You see me? Oh, you guys didn't see that. Y'all didn't see that professionalism. Let me go ahead and show you that again. So now I'm gonna take that cylinder number 2 and stick it right up in there. Boop. So we know which spark plug we took out from which cylinder. You smell me? All right. Let's go to the next one. Oof. Damn. Bing. Bada boom. See that? Nice. So see that? Look. Now, look at how this one right here doesn't have that much of a brown ring to it. That means no matter how brown that tip of that plug look, this plug is actually a little better than the other plug. Now I'm gonna show you another plug just to show you guys the difference. So now you'll notice this plug right here and this plug right here. You see that yellow ring around it? Ring around the rosy, pocket full of pole. Now, see the yellow ring around the plug? That's the indication that this plug is worse than this plug. So this plug is better than this plug. And I could tell that by just looking at it because of that little ring. Now, we can expect the tip, right? And if we was back in Haiti, where my family's from, you'll probably take a wire brush to the tip and throw it back in there real quick and see if we can get some more miles out of it. But since we're here, you know, we're going to inspect the plug like professionals. So over here on the plug, you see that little brown? That's a clear inclination that this plug is on its way. Now we have brand new spark plugs to this car that we purchased. If I just figure out where did you put the damn, where did you put the spark plugs, please? Put the damn spark plugs in the spark plug. Spark plugs ain't there, please. What do you mean the damn spark plugs ain't there? What do you mean the damn spark plugs ain't there? Where are the spark plugs? What the? Guys, someone stole the spark plugs. What did I do with the plugs? This is bad for content. Spark plugs have gone AWOL. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Where are the plugs? Don't you fear, the plugs are here. Da-da-da-da. Spark plugs. See the plug comes with a little protective little thing on it. Bow. Ooh, those are fresh. These are the fresh. And these are double platinum. Let's see how many platinums he had on that. See, these are double platinum. See how many? Oh, all right. Okay. These are double platinum too. Okay. All right, okay. That looked like I did a tune-up on this car before. Now look, I take a look real quick to take a look at the tip and see what that look like. Let's drop that in there. That's one. Now I'm gonna respectively take this, take the number one, stick it in the box, and what do we do, guys? Oh, oops, I messed up. Cut, start over. Cut, start over, okay. I take this, I stick it on there. Take this, stick it back in the box. Now, what do we do, guys? There's a little white spot here. What do? We write number one. You take the handy dandy pen and you write number one. 2, 3, 4. Take number 2 out. Number 3. Number 4. Now look, I'm not gonna just jam the tool on there. You start it by hand first. You take it, stick it in there, right? If you need an extension, put the extension on it. But you start it by hand first, so you don't strip it. You know what I'm saying? And always back on it first. See, back on it first, then I thread forward. See, I back on it first, right, to make sure it's sitting on the thread correct, and then I chase the thread. See? Tech tip. And I started by hand first. By hand. See that next one. Now, tap back on it a little bit. Then I started by hand. The last thing you want to do is strip the damn spark plug. That's the most amateur thing to do, is to strip a damn spark plug. If you strip the spark plug, stop doing what you're doing. Pick up a Bible. Do something else. Setting is on 1, not 3, 1. On 1, not automatic, 1. Softer setting. And I lightly touch the trigger. I don't jam the trigger, I just lightly touch the trigger like. Alright? That's it. You should get a snug. Now I got them snug. I use the hand tool to tighten. You don't have to over tighten your spark plugs to a gazillion pounds. It has to be just a little tighter than snuggy. You know? You don't gotta just go crazy on it and jam it tight so that no mechanic ever could take it back out for the rest of its life. Let's not do that. It's not the objective here. Trust me, if it's a engine mount, yeah, let's jam it tight. If it's a wheel lug, jam the wheel lug tight. If it's a spark plug, a nice little snuggie is good. You smell me? So now what we're gonna do is get these plugs and put them back on. One by one. And when you put these plugs on, you just don't even press them in. Just lay them on top. Like just lay it on top. Just lay it on top. Because it's gonna be something we're gonna do at the end to make sure that the plugs are sitting perfect. There's a little notch in there that you want to line the plug up to also. See the head of the plug right here? There's 2 little notches in there that you got to line the plug up. I will show it to you guys right now, but for intensive purposes here and timing, go ahead and get this done. Now that I've laid the coil packs on top, right? While I have them still sitting up a little bit, I'm gonna plug them in. Cap them. While I have a chance right here. Up, they're loose. Easier to handle. Easier for me to plug them in right here like this. And it is when they're snuggy. So now I got those all snapped in. I'm gonna take my thumb, right, and I'm gonna push down on each plug until I hear a thup. I'm saying? Boom. That helps me guarantee myself that I know that them plugs is in there. You feel me? All right. Now let's jump on the other side real quick. Knock the other side out fast as possible. You guys are gonna notice that this side looks a lot different than that side. That's because I was testing this vehicle out, and I have a set of super plugs and super coil packs that I personally use on my cars to test. So you guys are gonna notice that these plugs, spark plugs, look a little different than the customers. The customers not on my level. They're not on my level. They're not on my level. They're not on my level. They ain't got these damn coil packs. These coil packs and spark plugs, I'm about to pull out this thing. Your mama can't get these damn. Let me show you something real quick. I'm trying to play me. Let me show y'all these, man. Now, see these right here? See these right here? See these right here? See these right here? These are called death. Put these in your car right here. Car can't hear nothing. You can't even hear your car coming. Like you deaf. Have your car driving like you can't hear it riding. Hold on. See that? These are Jason's plugs. I mean, coil packs. These are the customers' coil packs. It's mine, that's theirs. Channel. We ain't gonna say nothing though. Now, on this side right here, we don't have the number. And because I was already in this side already, and I had already swapped these plugs out on this side for testing purposes. Because I had to program an injector on this car. I removed one of the injectors out of this vehicle. So this injector is down in there. And you gotta use a special puller to pull the injector out. Wish I would have recorded that process and let you guys watch that, but that's a good video for next time. There'll be a next time. There will be a next time, ladies and gents. You guys knew how much I love my viewers. I had to use the bathroom and I'm not going until I finish this job. I need to finish this job. Alright, it's pretty much cut and dry. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna replace all the spark plugs on this side here, and then replace the coils, put those in, the coil packs back in there, and then we'll start it up. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just for Foreign, where the headphones born.